She had the unique ability of making people feel comfortable and at ease.
I am not grieving and I'm not mourning. I'm not celebrating because that would be terribly insensitive.
It's time for us to move on and establish ourselves as a fully sovereign nation with our own Jamaican head of state.
For Jamaicans, the death of the Queen has not only evoked emotions of sorrow, but has reawakened deep, painful truths about the relationship between the monarchy and the country. And despite the admiration for Her Majesty, conversations about who should be the next head of state of Jamaica has gained new momentum.
I found her very charming.
Former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson is a respected figure in Caribbean politics who served for 14 years.
It's nothing personal. It's not about Queen Elizabeth or King Charles. It is getting a head of state who is Jamaican as a symbol to our country that we have accepted the full reins of sovereignty and sworn to protect the Jamaican people and the Jamaican people only.
For the current Prime Minister, this is a delicate moment, showing respect but also reflecting the will of the people. In a recent poll, nearly 60% said they wanted to become a republic.
Madam Speaker, even as Jamaica prepares to redefine its sovereign arrangements, the government and people of Jamaica stand with the royal family and the government and people of the United Kingdom.
But while the opposition has also paid tribute to the Queen, they believe the period of mourning for 12 days goes too far.
I think it is over the top. I think they jumped the gun. I think that they should have perhaps consulted a bit more, the event having occurred. I think a shorter period would have been perhaps appropriate. And this protracted period of mourning is not really in sync with the feeling of the country.
In downtown Kingston, there's still a keen interest in the Queen and the royal family.
We always love the Queen. Queen is a special person, very special person right around the world.
Jamaica people like you a lot. I don't know who like you or who hate you, but I like you a lot because you've done a lot for us.
I'm too old. Sorry, Charles, but your time has passed.
Sorry, King Charles.
King Charles, yes.
The next halt in the royal tour was Jamaica, where
the Queen first came to Jamaica in 1953, shortly after her coronation, a total of 6 times during her reign.
Expressions of loyalty and welcome were to be seen everywhere throughout the island.
She oversaw the transition from Empire to Commonwealth, with Jamaica becoming independent in 1962, but she was still kept as the head of state.
Her Majesty.
P.J. Patterson hosted the last visit she had in 2002.
One of the things that stands out in my memory is the occasion when we had a state banquet for her in Jamaica and the lights went out. Everybody was scurrying around and feeling somewhat uncomfortable that this had occurred. She was quick on the take. She said, "What a delightful evening that we can dine by candlelight and savor good wine and good food."
Thousands assembled to cheer the royal visitors who drove along their ranks in an open car so that all could see.
But fast forward to 2022, and the royal visit landed differently when Prince William and Kate arrived. The attempt to awaken memories of the past was seen as outdated. Post-Black Lives Matter protests on the island, conversations about the royal family's connection to slavery and colonial rule rose to the surface. While Prince William tried to address criticism and express regret for the slave trade, he stopped short of the formal apology many Jamaicans wanted to hear.
I strongly agree with my father, who said in Barbados last year that the appalling atrocity of slavery forever stains our history. I want to express my profound sorrow. Slavery was abhorrent, and it should never have happened.
This tour was meant to show the modern face of the monarchy, but for many Jamaicans it didn't. These images did nothing to dampen the winds of change sweeping the country, feelings that still remain.
From what we've seen, there's been no big, massive public display of mourning here, although lots of people have fondness for the Queen. Jamaicans have told us that there were massive issues like cost of living, crime and education, and those are the things that they're more concerned about right now. And for them to have a head of state who's thousands of miles away across the Atlantic doesn't seem to fit in with their version of modern Jamaica.
For cultural commentator Faye Ellington, she senses that change is on the horizon and can't quite come to terms with the new head of state.
Please pardon, but I can't bring myself to say King Charles III. I cannot.
Why?
In 2022 in Jamaica, the head of state of Jamaica is King Charles III. Lord, Mrs., come on. No.